Hi, welcome to today's Power Flow. For today's practice, all you are going to want is a block, and we're going to get started in a butterfly. Now, this Power Flow, as you make your way there, soles of the feet together, pull your heels towards your body. Just want to give you a heads up that this is going to be a low impact Power Flow that does not necessarily equate to low intensity. So we'll be working on a lot of strength building postures. We'll be doing a lot of your favorite power moves, just maybe a little less jumping, a little less work on our joints, a little less impact. Starting here, hands can rest on your toes, knees gently encouraged towards the mat, opening up our hips here first. Inhale, lengthen your spine, really lift the crown of your head towards the sky. Give yourself a full round of breath here, and then hinge forward just as far as feels good, not quite rounding the spine yet. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale to hinge forward, maybe a tiny bit deeper. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hold here for a full round of breath. And then release, lifting back up. Keep your right sole of the foot in front of you. And then we'll do 90-90s, so bring your left shin parallel with the side of the mat. Working on a bit of hip mobility here. Inhale, you're gonna rotate so your right shin comes down, left shin up. So just rotating back and forth with those 90-90s. You'll face the back of the mat and then the front. Let's get back a little bit. One more, rotate to the back. Then plant your left hand, right arm reaches up, hips reach up. Inhale, come back to center, and then other side. Bring your left shin in front, right shin parallel to the side of the mat. And then 90-90s this way. Hands can stay up or behind your hips to help out your mobility. Rotating towards the back of the mat, and then the front. Rotating back. Again, you can use your hands here if that helps you, and then forward. One more, rotate back. This time planting your hands, right hand plants, left arm lifts, then back to the mat, taking your way to a tabletop. Hands come under your shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale here, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale for cow, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, cat, round the spine. One more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming to a neutral spine here first. Press into both your hands. Tuck your toes if they're not tucked already. Lift your knees off the mat for hover tabletop. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, hips up and back. You might walk your hands forward a bit for your downward facing dog. Give yourself a full round of breath here. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale to plank, just warming up those shoulders. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale to plank, give yourself 2 more rounds here. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, pause in your plank. Pausing here. Bringing left toes off the mat, tap to the side, back to center. Right toes off, back to center. Bringing in these toe taps, keeping your hips as stable as you can. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause and plank. Hips up and back, down dog. I'm already feeling that in my shoulders. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the feet, reach towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up once more. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through your feet, reach to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, adding on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank position, toes or knees. Inhale here in plank. Exhale, lower down to your knees for chaturanga push-ups. 5 rounds here. Lowering down, then press back up. Lower down, pressing up. Giving yourself 3 more. Working at a pace that feels good for you. Pausing next time you're lifted. Tuck your toes if you took chaturanga push-ups on your knees. Then lower halfway down. Flip to the tops of your feet, up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot back to the mat. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up once more. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. You can stay here for chaturanga push-ups or lower down if you need to. 5 rounds. Pressing down, elbows stay hugged in. Press back up. Working at a pace that feels good for you. 5 push-ups here. When that's complete for you, pressing back up to plank on the hands. Then lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, tops of feet to the mat, heart pulls through. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot back to the mat. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up once more. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank. Inhale and plank. You can take chaturanga push-ups from there or lower down to your knees. 5 once more. Elbows really stay hugged in, almost grazing your ribs. Lowering down, maybe all the way to where your chest just touches if that's available for you. And then when that's complete, pressing back up to plank on the hands, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog, tops of feet to the mat. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep right leg to sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot back to the mat, other side. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot to the mat. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, chair, reach forward and up. Hips sink down and back. Pausing here for a moment in your chair pose. Hips stay nice and low. Weight towards your heels. Practice picking up all your toes and then placing them back on the mat. We're gonna hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your hands to heart center. Keep your hips low. Lift your heels off the mat. Now pressing into the balls of your feet, coming to toe stand. So lowering down slowly, hips towards your heels just as far as is available. Then when you're ready, your seat finds the mat. Bringing your block with you. Starting here in boat pose. Sit bones on the mat, arms reach forward, shins parallel with the mat. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your feet to the mat. And then taking your block with you. A little bit of a different ab exercise here. Taking your block on the front of your thighs, hands right here, like you, hands on the block. And then inhale, lift your shoulder blades off the mat, press your block up toward your knees. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lift, keep your low back pressing into the mat. Exhale to lower. We're giving ourselves 10 rounds here. So that was 3, 4, this time I am actually counting reps, not time. 5, 6, 7, 8, working nice and slow. 9, and last one, 10. Lowering down, setting that block off towards the side. Inhale, lift to boat once more. Shins can be parallel. Long back. You can always point your toes if you're feeling fancy. Toes come to the mat. Lifting into that toe stand once more, using your hands to come to balance on balls of the feet. Then pressing into your toes. Lift your hips. Coming back to that chair pose. Heels lower down. Arms lift. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Straighten your legs. Hands come to heart center. Inhale here through the nose. Exhale, release out the mouth. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, up dog, tops of feet to the mat, heart pulls through. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. All your toes point to the top of the mat, crescent. Breathe here, starting with a strong base, really important. Then bring in a 10 count of lunges, lowering your knee down, and then lifting, but not quite touching the mat. We'll work here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Pausing here. Now, if you want a bit more challenge with your strength, you can take that block in your hands overhead. Not super heavy, but just a little extra weight, keeping our shoulders engaged. We're going to do a 10 count of chair pulses. I'll show you what I mean here. So keeping your front foot planted, shifting your back foot up, almost like you're gonna set it down for chair, but keep it lifted, then go back to touch. Keep it lifted, back to touch. Here for 10, 9, keep that bend in your front knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and crescent. Take that block back down to the mat. Then hands come to heart center. Shift your weight forward. Warrior 3. Back foot extends off the mat, or you can use it as a kickstand. Arms come back by your hips. We're gonna do 10 kind of airplane pulses. So palms face down, and then you're gonna squeeze your triceps together, lifting the backs of your hands a little higher, then lowering down. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Bend into your front knee, returning to crescent. Hands to the mat. Step back to your plank, toes or knees. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog, heart pulls through. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, sweep left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Crescent lunge first. All your toes point towards the top of the mat. Strong back leg. Arms reach to the sky. Bringing in those lunges. Lowering to hover and then extending long. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Can grab that block if you want it. Then bringing in those chair pulses. Here for 10, 9, moving slowly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing back in crescent. Block to the mat. Hands come to heart center. Shift your weight forward. Warrior 3. Take time to find your base here first. Flexing your back toes. Hands back by your hips. 10 kind of pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend into your front knee. Return to crescent. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering down to tabletop. Knees to the mat. You might walk your hands back a tiny bit. So we're in that tabletop shape, hands under your shoulders. And then extend your right sole of the foot up towards the sky. So you've got a bend in your knee here, 90 degrees. And then almost like you're balancing something on the top of that foot, we're gonna press the sole of the foot up towards the sky. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here, and then straighten that back leg out at a diagonal. 5 tiger push-ups, so lowering chin and chest down, then pressing up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Knee back to the mat. Other side. First, left sole of the foot presses towards the sky, flexing those toes, 90-degree bend. And then pulling your belly button towards your spine. It might want to fall towards the mat. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Extend that leg long out a diagonal. Here for 5, lower down. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knee back down. Walk your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the feet, reach towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up once more. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank. Last round of chaturanga push-ups, so on toes or knees. Lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to knees lifted. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Give yourself 3 rounds of breath here. As you're ready, rock forward to plank. Last little bit of core work before we slow down. Lowering down to your forearms, keeping our hips stable. Heels drop towards the right. Left arm reaches towards the sky. Press your hips up towards the sky. In plank, we typically focus on being like flat and straight and all of that business. But here, really lifting your hips, almost like a rainbow. Fingertips lift. Then bring that forearm back to the mat. This time, heels drop to the left. Right arm reaches. Again, pressing those hips, really exaggerating here. Hips up towards the sky. Imagining that rainbow shape. Breathe here. Forearm back to the mat. Lower knees down. Untuck your toes. Hips to the mat. Sphinx. Whew. Time to slow down here. Time to bring in a little rest. Start here with your low body. Can you encourage it to soften anywhere where it's still feeling tight or holding on? Give yourself another full round of breath. Man, told you this was low impact, not low intensity. As you're ready, start to shift back towards child's pose. So knees as wide or as narrow as feels good for you. Arms can reach forward, but after a practice like this, I like to bring them back towards my heels. It helps my shoulders release a little bit. But if that doesn't feel good in your shoulders, you can extend them in front of you. Or even a nice in-between is to bring opposite hand to opposite elbow in front of you, a little more support for those shoulders. So just finding what works for you. Then using your next round of breath to move slowly. Lift your upper body out of that shape, seated position. Then sweep your heels out from under your seat, extending your legs long in front of you. Take a seated forward fold here. Now yogi's choice. If it feels good to walk your heels in, bring your arms under your knees to pull you deeper into the fold. You are welcome to do that, really rounding the spine. If you prefer to keep your knees right where they are and just fold forward, pulling your chest towards your thighs, you are welcome to do so. Taking whatever version feels best for you. If you ever don't know, just try them both out. You're more than welcome to change your mind. Next round of breath, slowly releasing here. Can press soles of the feet into the mat and then bringing that block with us. Lowering down, so hips, chest, shoulders, I should say, head, all supported by the mat. And then pressing into your feet, lift your hips here just high enough to slide that block under your sacrum. Height that feels supportive. I typically recommend medium or lowest setting. Hands can press into the mat by your hips or rest on your belly if that feels good. You might even play today with bringing your arms overhead. That can bring some opening to your shoulders, but only if it feels good. Give yourself 3 rounds of breath here. Using your next breath, press into both feet, lift your hips here high enough to remove that block. Hips back to the mat. Then arms can come out to a T or a cactus shape. Shift your hips a bit towards the left. Allow your knees to fall to the right. Gaze can drift over that left shoulder or up at the ceiling if that feels better in your neck. Again, about 3 rounds of breath. Encouraging yourself to melt and soften just a little bit into the shape. Waiting for that next inhale. Use it to draw yourself back towards center, moving nice and slow. This time hips shift to the right, knees fall to the left. Gaze over that right shoulder. Breathe here. Encouraging softness wherever you can. Next breath, back towards center. Then hugging your knees into your chest. Tight little yogi hug, arm wrapped around the knees, pulling your forehead up to the knees, squeeze tight. For you exhale, extend into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms hang heavy, allowing your body to take up as much space as feels good for you. Breathe here, using each breath to encourage just a bit of softness. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available to you today, you're more than welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, you can start by deepening inhales and exhales. Maybe scrunch and release your face. Roll out your wrists or ankles. Then as you're ready, making your way towards a fetal position on either side. Pausing there just for a moment of stillness, feeling held and supported before you press up to a comfortable, easy seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed here, feeling into some gratitude for showing up today, honoring your body with movement and with rest, allowing that feeling to sink in. Close with a collective breath. You can inhale, reach your fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community. I hope you have a lovely day.